Here at Stratfor, we've been watching with great interest the impact that Hurricane Alex has had upon the area around Laredo and Nuevo Laredo, and this has resulted in two of the four bridges linking the cities being closed down. It's going to have an impact on the flow of weapons and somewhat the flow of funds moving from the U.S. to Mexico. When we look at the scope of the money that is being moved from the U.S. into Mexico, we're talking roughly $40 billion a year. The mechanisms that they use to get money from the U.S. into Mexico vary. They use various routes and methods. Certainly you have people with briefcases and suitcases and backpacks taking money into Mexico in smaller quantities. Obviously, you can't move billions of dollars in briefcases and backpacks. Sometimes they take it hidden in cargo, hidden in vehicles. But there again, you can't move billions of dollars that way. They will also use remittances to camouflage within that remittance flow coming from the U.S. to Mexico. They will use the banking system, and they actually have corrupt bankers on the payroll that help them move money around and launder money. They also use shell corporations that can send phony invoices and payments that way in order to transfer money south and allow them to send big chunks of money, far more than you could send in a suitcase or briefcase. Once they get the money to Mexico, you can't keep $40 billion under your mattress or buried in your backyard. Because of this, they have an elaborate network of businessmen and bankers who help them to launder their money, invest their money, and move it around, whether it's into offshore banks or banks within Mexico. But of course, they also buy corporations. They build huge luxury apartment buildings and condominium complexes. They build resorts in places like Cancun and Acapulco in order to be able to launder their money and then, of course, make a return on their investment. There's really a substantial portion of the Mexican population, especially the elite, that is benefiting from the drug trade. And they don't want their take interfered with. So because of this, they are very involved with the political system. They spend a lot of time lobbying candidates, even making campaign contributions to candidates and parties in order to make sure that the money laundering laws in Mexico are not tightened up to the point where it restricts this flow of money.